Buddha was born 2,500 years ago in a small kingdom in ancient Nepal. As was the custom in those days, his mother, Queen Maya, was returning to her parents' home for the birth of her child. It was a long journey for the queen to make, so on the way, the royal caravan stopped for a rest by the edge of a great forest. As the queen entered the trees, she fell into a kind of trance and remembered a strange dream she had had the day she conceived her child. In the dream, a baby elephant had appeared at her side and blessed her with its trunk. Queen Maya was deep inside the wood when suddenly her birth pains began. And then, it is said, a tree, understanding this great moment, bent slowly down to protect her, offering its branches for her support. The child was born with almost no pain, with shining golden skin. He was fully conscious, his eyes wide open, and he was strong enough to stand on his own legs.
I have been born to its enlightenment and free all creatures from suffering.
And it is said, lotus blossoms grew in his footsteps. King Sidarta, the baby's father, named the child Sidarta, which means he who brings good. And then he gave a great reception to present his son to the people. Suddenly, in the midst of the ceremony, and to everyone's surprise, an unexpected guest arrived. He was the revered hermit and astrologer Asita, whom nobody had seen for years. As Asita looked at her son, Queen Maya saw tears come to his eyes.
Do not be alarmed, O Queen. Mine are only the tears of an old man who knows that he will not live long enough to learn from the teachings of your son.
Will he be a great king?
He'll be the master of the world, or its redeemer.
When he grows older, Sita, he can become a teacher like you if he wants. But first of all, he must follow me and be a king.
It may be as you wish, but the gods often betray the wishes of mortal men.
He will be a king.
Vajana, buon caro!
He will be a king!
Queen Maya was filled with a strange foreboding, as if she knew that she too would not live to see her son's destiny fulfilled. A week later, she died of a terrible illness that no doctor could cure.
What happened to Buddha when he grew up?
Oh, he wasn't called Buddha yet. He was still young Prince Sidarta. And he married the beautiful princess Yashodhara. He became a great horseman, a great archer, and he often played with his friends the ancient game called kabaddi.
You mean all he was doing was having a great time?
Yes.
One diggly!
Siddhartha!
The king had given Siddhartha 3 palaces, one for winter, one for the rainy season, and one for summer. In this way, he hoped to shield his son from all knowledge of pain or worry. But then, one day, Siddhartha heard a mysterious song of haunting beauty. At first, he couldn't understand where it was coming from. The song was in a language he had never heard before. What was it saying? What did it mean?
What is this song?
It is from a faraway land, my lord. It evokes the beauties of the country she knew as a child. The mountains and the lakes that she can never forget.
How strange. Do such places exist? Places as beautiful as here?
I've heard that only suffering lies beyond these walls.
What do you mean? Suffering?
Your father loves you very much. He's given us everything we could want. There's no need to go anywhere else when you have such beauty around you.
It is true. We have everything, and everything is perfect. So, what is this feeling I have? If the world is so beautiful, why have I never seen it? I've not even seen my own city. I must see the world, Yashodhara, with my own eyes.
Sidarta wanted to see the world.
Ah, yes. He wanted to see the world. Secretly, however, his father prepared everything in advance, so that nothing Siddhartha might see in the city would upset or disturb him. Everyone should be young and healthy. Suddenly, however, through the crowd, the young prince saw something he had never seen before.
Channa! Channa!
Who are those men? Tell me, who are those men?
They are men like the rest of us, my lord, who once sucked milk from their mother's breast.
And why do they look like that?
They are old, my lord.
What do you mean, old?
Old age destroys memory, beauty, and strength. In the end, it happens to us all, my lord.
To everyone? To you and to me?
It is better not to concern yourself with these things, my lord.
But where are they taking them? Channa!
No, my lord. Don't go there, please. You mustn't. No, my lord. My lord. My lord, Siddhartha.
matter with those people? Why is she crying like that?
She is in pain, my lord. She is very sick.
Sick? What is that?
No one reaches the moment of death without falling sick at least once.
Even kings? And death? What moment is that? Show me death.
This is death, my lord.
Here, the ashes are given to the river, my lord.
Death is the moment of separation, which comes to every person in every family. When a body grows cold and stiff like wood, it has to be burnt like wood.
It was on this day, from this fire, with these people, that Siddhartha learned about suffering and discovered compassion. They were him, and he was them.
Oh, my father, why have you hidden the truth from me so long? Why have you lied to me about the existence of suffering, sickness, poverty, old age, and death?
If I've lied to you, Siddhartha, it has been because I love you.
Your love has become a prison. How can I live here as I lived before, when so many are suffering outside?
You never wanted to go outside.
Father, I must find an answer to suffering.
Even if you betray me, Siddhartha, have you no pity for the wife you leave and for your own son?
My child is born?
Born this very evening. Think of them, Siddhartha. You too are a father. You too have a duty. You cannot live now.
Even my love for Yashodhara and my son cannot remove the pain I feel. For I know that they too will have to suffer, grow old, and die. Like you, like me, like us all.
Yes. We must all die and be reborn and die again and be reborn and die and be reborn and die again. No man can ever escape that curse.
Then that is my task. I will lift that curse.
Lock the gate. Double the guard. If the prince tries to escape, he must be stopped by force.
As soon as he left his father, Siddhartha went to see his wife and his newborn son. This would be the hardest goodbye. His heart was torn, but his mind was made up.
Chana. Chana. Chana.
A magic mist had descended over everything.
Chana.
The whole court had fallen into a deep sleep.
Chana. 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 Chana, wake up. Get Kantika. Get Kantika. Mind no one sees you and meet me at the old gate. Go now.
Yes, my lord. Only the great elephants are awake, my lord.
The whole world is dreaming, Chana.
But for Siddhartha, the dream was ending. His long journey of awakening had begun.
नानारत्न विभूषितं निगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनं जाति चम्पकल्बिल्लपत्ररचितं
Who are they, Channa? Are they robbers?
No, my lord. They're ascetics.
Ascetics? Why are they so thin and naked?
They have given up all the comforts of life, my lord. They have sworn never to leave the forest until they have reached enlightenment.
Enlightenment? These are for you. Channa, I am doing this for everyone. I am looking for freedom.
देखो सब आ रहे हैं।
ये kinabada सब।
The 5 ascetics witnessed these miracles and were filled with wonder. They became Siddhartha's first disciple.
For 6 years, Siddhartha and his followers lived in silence and never left the forest. For drink, they had rain. For food, they had a grain of rice or a broth of mud, or the droppings of a passing bird. They were trying to master suffering by making their minds so strong they would forget about their bodies. Then, one day, Siddhartha heard an old musician on a passing boat speaking to his pupil.
If you tighten the string too much, it will snap. And if you leave it too slack, it won't play.
Suddenly, Siddhartha realized that these simple words held a great truth, and that in all these years he had been following the wrong path. A village girl offered Sidarta her bowl of rice. And for the first time in years, he tasted proper food. But when the ascetics saw their master bathing and eating like an ordinary person, they felt betrayed, as if Sidarta had given up the great search for enlightenment.
Come and eat with me.
You have betrayed your vows, Sidarta.
You have given up the search.
We can no longer follow you.
We can no longer learn from you.
To learn is to change. The path to enlightenment is in the middle way. It is the line between all opposite extremes.
If I can reach enlightenment, may this bowl float upstream.
The middle way was the great truth Siddhartha had found, the path he would teach to the world.
Reach enlightenment under this tree? Yeah? Anyhow, a tree just like this one. Lama! Lama, is it true? Is this really like Siddhartha's tree?
Well, probably something very similar. It was outside a little village called Bodhgaya. Siddhartha sat under a great tree, just like this one. He had found the middle way and restored his body to health. And then 5 girls appeared. They looked like innocent village girls, but in fact, they were the 5 daughters of Mara, Lord of Darkness. They were the spirits of pride, greed, fear, ignorance, and desire. And Mara had sent them to tempt Siddhartha away from his search. Mara had tried to tempt Sidarta in the cleverest of ways, by disguising the temptations of life in the simplest forms. But Sidarta was looking beyond form, beyond the present, and now Mara was enraged. It seemed as if Mara had been defeated, but in fact, he had not yet given up the battle. Now he attacked again.
You who go where no one else will dare. Will you be my god, architect? Finally, I have met you. You will not rebuild your house again, but I am your house, and you live in me. O Lord of my own ego, you are pure illusion. You do not exist. The earth is my witness.
Sidarta won the battle against an army of demons just through the force of his love and the great compassion he had found. And he achieved the great calm that precedes detachment from emotions. He had reached beyond himself. He was beyond joy or pain, separate from judgment, able to remember that he had been a girl, a dolphin, a tree, a monkey. He remembered his first birth and the millions after that. He could see beyond the universe. Sidarta had seen the ultimate reality of all things. He had understood that every movement in the universe is an effect provoked by a cause. He knew there was no salvation without compassion for every other being. From that moment on, Sidarta was called the Buddha, the Awakened.